Hey guys, what's up? This is a breakdown for the Toronto leg of the Mayweather McGregor media tour, and this one certainly lived up to the hype. This one certainly raised the roof. The first press conference was a bit lackluster. I think it's because both fighters, well, Conor didn't understand the boxing press conference, format properly. Floyd did, and Conor was prepared for this one. Showtime fucked him up big time. Showtime fucked Conor up big time on the first press conference, and he got them back. He called them out on stage, and whoa, when he did, he went over to the I think it's the owner of some high up in Showtime. I think it was some Espinoza or something like that. Walked up to his face and was like, "You're a fucking weasel," and he was sitting beside Floyd. I'm not sure if I'm reading too much into this, but I seen Floyd getting a little bit uncomfortable a bit. Yeah, he's nodding his head and that, but I think feeling like being on stage with someone that crazy, that wild, that loose, just a loose cannon, and he's like, I think Conor's dragging him into deep waters that I think if you look back on any of Floyd's press conferences, any of the media he's done, yeah, he's used to it, he is used to it, he's 49-0, mega fights he's been in before, Pacquiao, the whole lot, but I don't think he's ever faced anything like this in his entire life. This level of pressure that's going to be on him as well, he's dragging him into deep waters. I think Conor's dragging him into deep waters, and we're going to see now what happens with Floyd. That's what I'm not saying. Conor's, dragging him into deep waters, he's going to drown. No, Floyd's an amazing boxer. He's amazing. He's been through this before. So I'm hoping now for the third leg. I think it's in Brooklyn tonight. This is the night after. I'm hoping now that Floyd really raises his game, and then we get a really entertaining press conference. That's what I'm hoping for. So I feel like Conor's dragging him to deep waters, and I'm hoping Floyd responds by going, fuck you, you're not having the show. It's not the McGregor show. Remember, I'm the A side, and I'm really hoping this really kicks up a notch, because this could be so fucking entertaining. And getting a little bit off topic, I think the weigh-ins for this fight are going to be fucking insane. Wait till you see. I don't know where they're doing the weigh-ins, but I guarantee it's going to be a packed, sold-out crowd. It's going to be a stadium. It's going to be a fucking stadium to watch two men weigh in. I guarantee you that. So starting off, they were what? 2 hours later, so the crowd was fairly intense. They were just like, come on, get the fuck on with it. They're waiting like nearly, I think it was like 2 hours. No, I think it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours. They had some rap song come on, some rapper come on, mumble rap. I didn't really enjoy that, but I suppose at least it's part of the spectacle. Then another suit come on. The guy from, I think he meant Espinoza, something like that. I can't remember his name now. There's too many fucking names to remember. One of the big guys high up anyway, he started talking about the same thing. Mayweather did this, did that, he's so brilliant, blah, 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 blah. And then everyone was booing him. It was fucking crazy. The fans were like, get the fuck off the stage, like, you know what I mean? I don't have to wait in 2 hours. I'm sick of looking at this shit. Just fuck off. And you could see him smiling the whole time. She's like, Jesus, this is a rough crowd. He finally got through his fucking shitty speech, sat down, and then the press conference started to finally fucking kick off. So yeah, Dana White gets up, no messing around, straight away. Conor McGregor, he struts on stage, and he just commanded. I think he was talking, his segment, his speech, air quotations, lasted for about, I think it was 9-10 minutes, say 10 minutes, and he made the most of it. Straight away, got the crowd on his side. Come on, everyone say fuck the Mayweathers. They all chanted. He's like, no, let's go again. Walked over into Floyd's face. He was like, fuck the Mayweathers. The whole stadium chanting it. And Floyd was like, yeah, I get it. That's pretty cool. He's really good at getting the crowd on his side. And if you look closely at Floyd's promoter, fuck, I can't remember his name now. He's the black guy, bald head with the glasses. He is beaming like a fucking Cheshire cat. He's smiling from ear to ear. He knows this is just money signs. Conor McGregor is a promoter's dream. I was going to say a boxing promoter's dream. Any promoter's dream. You give that man a mic and a stage and it's sold. Whatever he's selling, it's fucking sold. It's crazy the charisma he has, and it's just void in Floyd. That was a good one. I like that. It was just the void in Floyd. He doesn't have that charisma to sell a fight that way. He relies on being the bad guy, And if he's like against a Pacquiao in a press conference, he's like, Pacquiao's a nice guy, clean spoken, maybe quiet enough, amazing fighter, but he's relying on, he's a good guy, you know, I want to do this, I have more money than him, blah blah blah, he's belligerent and all that type of stuff. Conor's just like, Conor's a different beast. Conor brings a totally different energy to these press conferences that he's never seen before, and I think it's from like the MMA coming from that underground world. Coming, you know, I don't want to get too tied down, but you know, like the underground world, and say boxing's like on top because of the money and the way it's seen in the world. It's like it's more, say, well known. MMA is now, but you come from that underground world. You have to self promotion, all the rest. So I feel like Conor, the way he promotes himself and the way the fights even take place in MMA, Floyd has never seen anything like this before. I think he's maybe even enjoying it, going, this is fucking, you know, this is probably my last ever fight ever, and my God, isn't it an experience? You know, whether he wins or loses, I think he'd be thankful for Conor McGregor for this whole fight. Just be like, this is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I feel like he's dragging him to deep waters, and Floyd, what I'm thinking is, not reading into this too much, Floyd looked a bit uncomfortable certain times. Conor's on the mic and he goes straight in, he starts insulting his, you know, he's a great way with the crowd. He has an amazing comedic time and delivery. What was he talking about? The school bag. He's like, why are you carrying your school bag around? You can't even fucking read. And the place just erupted. It's so many good jabs in him about his clothes. He's like, he looks like a 11-year-old hip hop dancer or break dancer. He was just destroying him with all ends. It was very, very funny, very, very entertaining. But I think when he started going straight into the suits and the higher ups, and he's attacking everyone, he's attacking Showtime even, the people who are fucking promoting the fight, I think Floyd's a bit like, what is this? Like, is he, like, if he's doing all this stuff that's so off the cuff, I've never seen, I think that's what I mean, Floyd has never seen anything like this before. And he's shown Floyd a different side to promoting the fight, a different side to acting, to selling the fight. And Floyd's a bit taken aback, I feel. So yeah, McGregor got the crowd on their feet. They were just palpitating. It was absolutely unbelievable. And then he sat down after his 10 minutes. The crowd was just up. They were ready for, you know, the energy was just so fucking high. McGregor takes a seat. Floyd gets up. And it took Floyd, I'd want to say it took Floyd about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to actually start saying something to the mic. He stood up, started fucking walking around as if he's, you know, calm and in control. I felt like he was doing that because I think he was scrambling his brains, kind of going, what the fuck can I say to really like get this crowd going, you know? What can I say? You know, I need to try and compete with McGregor here. Like, he really raised the roof. And it nearly looked like he just kind of conceded defeat, to be honest with you. He was like, look, I have to just do something. I'll just be the bad guy. I'll be revert to just, you know, I've more money than you, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, straight away, the first thing he said in the mic was, you know, this hard work thing, chanting. And even you could see Conor McGregor knows, like, Conor McGregor's going to sell this fight, you know. Both people are, promoters are. The crowd were on the feet. The energy was like, the crowd was just there to be taken. Like, do something with it. There you go. It's a crowd that just wants to be, you know, entertained. And walks up to the mic and is like, hard work, this shitty chant that he does. And even Conor McGregor rolled his eyes. Because just like, I was like, come on, man, give me something. Like, I have to break my balls on stage here. You know, going out of my way. Like, just the energy, just everything. I gave you everything to this crowd to try and sell this fight. And you're going to come out with this fucking, this bullshit? Just this hard work. You know, and I felt like, the more Floyd talked, the energy just drained out of the crowd. People are just like, oh, here we go again. You know, there's nothing even funny about Floyd. There's nothing... You know, that's just it. Floyd's just going to be there in the boxing ring and Conor's going to fight him. But that's it. I think this is all about Conor. I think all the media is about Conor. All the press conferences about Conor. The social media is about Conor. Floyd's just the other guy in the ring. And it sounds silly to say because Floyd is one of the best of all time. Yeah, he's the A side of this fight because he already had the money. He already had the promotional company set up. But I honestly think Conor McGregor's the A side. And in the regard, I think Conor McGregor is the A side in the fact that this fight cannot work without him. That's where people make the argument that Conor is the A side. In the fight, yeah, Conor is going to come out first in the press conference, in the fight, things like that. It's a McGregor money. The money team has a bigger icon or logo on the board. You know what I mean? Like he's the A side there money wise. But this fight, it's all about Conor McGregor. That's the whole thing about it. That's this whole fight is Conor McGregor. What's this guy going to do? Is he going to win? Is he going to... No one gives a fuck about Floyd. You know what I mean? This is all on Conor McGregor. That's why this fight is working. That's why he's going to be the biggest combat sports fight of all time. And what I have to kind of stop myself, I'm going to say, yeah, but the reason it is working is because Floyd is such a hated character. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose the two of them do go hand in hand together, you know? Conor's just this crazy guy. What's he going to do? Is he going to even, even Conor's thrown out there. I might even throw a kick, knock him out, and he's not going to. But it's still, it gets this perception of this crazy Irish guy in a ring, and like, oh, anything could happen. It's exciting, But Floyd trying to sell this fight. It worked years ago when he was still, not relevant. He'll always be relevant, but it worked against the likes of Pacquiao, being the bad guy. But Jesus Christ, man. If he wants to sell this fight properly, he wants to make these press conferences better, he's really, he needs to up his game big time. Like, honestly, you can turn off the press conferences after Conor talks. That's just the way it is. Because I think he doesn't offer anything, in my opinion. He offers nothing. And I'm trying my best to be a neutral, but like, I can tell you tonight, straight away, what he's going to do again. Walk up, hard work, hard work, hard work. The crowd chants something back. He says something about a 9-figure fighter, he's a 7-figure fighter. Maybe bring out his bag again with his little check or 2-3 grand to try and show he's got money, and then maybe mention the Nate Diaz tap. That's it. That's what it was the first night. That's what it was last night, and the crowd got bored even. It's the same shit all over again. And you'll see tonight, if he doesn't have anything original, if he starts off with the exact same stuff again, I think he's a bit shook. But I think last night it was a bit of a wake-up call for him. So I'm really hoping to see a really enjoyable, really explosive press conference tonight. Last night was great, but it was so one-sided, it wasn't really enjoyable. In the fact that I was laughing my ass off when Conor was fucking talking. He sat down and was like, right, come on, Floyd, give me something else. And he just seemed to drain the energy from the crowd. And I was like, it's a bit disappointing, It really is disappointing. But, maybe he's just sitting back as well, though. Maybe Floyd is just going, yeah, look, I'm 40 years old. I don't have time to learn any new shit to promote a fight. Just let him work away. I'm still making money off this guy. So let him go out there, bust his balls, and I'll just do what I need to do. And, fuck it. I get money. I'm still getting my couple of 100 million at the end. Who gives a fuck? But then also on the flip side, and I think this is a massive point I was thinking of last night. I was kind of revising on it this morning. Floyd's ego, okay? Floyd's ego, he has a massive ego. With his money, with his boxing record, he's a massive ego. You mention anything about his money, he will prove that I've got so much money, I've got checks, I've got money to prove that I have money. Don't you dare say no. He's a walking ego. I don't think Floyd likes playing second fiddle to Conor. I really don't. Taking a back seat, knowing in his head that all of the fans are basically there for Conor McGregor. All of social media is about Conor McGregor. The media attention's on Conor McGregor. And most people are like, well, fuck, he's going to get paid. I don't think that type of personality, that type of prize fighter in his prime, he might be thinking, this is all hypothetical, obviously, but he might be thinking, I'm 49 and 0. I'm Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm this, that, and all the rest of it. Why the fuck is some little underground MMA guy who got 3 million in his last fight, why is he getting more attention and ever than me? You know what I mean? Why is he like, this is boxing versus MMA? But for some reason, the MMA, even the fans, seem to be trumping the boxing fans. In the press conferences, everything showing up, all of the media attention. Everyone's interested in Conor. Because I think Floyd, he's just not great at selling fights. It's a stereotypical bullshit. In the press conferences, it's just not that interesting, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, if you ever watch football, like soccer, football, after the fight, or even after the match, or even before it, it's kind of like, you ask the footballers, how'd that go? Yeah, it was grand, yeah, it was just, we had to try and score more goals, and then we scored a goal and we were happy, and then we won, and I'm happy about that. It's like, why do we even have why do we have an interview? Because it's pointless. Yeah, you won, did you? So you're happy? Yeah, grand, thanks. Come away with that conversation with just an abundance of fucking information. That's what you kind of get for some of these fighters, Nothing against them. Some of them just are not very charismatic. Some of them are, just not that type of people. But it's like, that's what Floyd, I think, gives you. He's very predictable, very boring. Conor's just like, he's very, very entertaining. And total opposite. So it's interesting to see. I don't think Floyd will like that now, honestly. I really don't. But that could maybe affect him. So hopefully he comes into this one, it's a bit more energetic. He just sucked the life out of the fucking crowd last night, I felt. He was very cringy. If I'm scoring last night, if it was a boxing match as last night, if I'm scoring him, the first night, LA, I'd give, honestly, see, I'm a Conor McGregor fan. I'm trying to be as fucking neutral as possible. I still give Conor a 10-9 the first night, Los Angeles. Even though he was unprepared, just for the simple fact that Conor was unprepared. Okay, think about this, right? You're unprepared and you still have a better reaction off the crowd. You still have more hits with the crowd. The lines that you say they're funnier. Or else you actually prepared something, and the best you prepared is I have more money than you. Here's a bag with money in it, and that was really it. And then I think you mentioned the Nate Diaz tap out again. It was just the same as like tonight, the same as the two press conferences. Kind of say the same stuff, touched over the same topics, and that was it. And I'm like, you prepared, and that's all you had. And Conor McGregor didn't even prepare, and he shut off his microphone like a little bitch. Like, yeah, I still give it to Conor, considering everything. I think I would. Last night, oh my god, it's not even close. I don't know how low you're actually allowed to score, boxing round. 10-7? Can you do 10-6? He fucking murked them. It's not even, you might as well turn off the fucking, no, you still watch the press conference because Conor still had some great jabs at Floyd while Floyd was talking. That was the best responses. About his coffee, about, Floyd told that guy to come over with a school bag, come over here, and he's standing right beside the school bag. He tells one of his cronies, come over here and take out this piece of paper, the school bag for me. Yeah, he's like, yeah. Conor's like, yeah, come on, do it, bitch. And your man kind of stops in his tracks and was like, Conor's just like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense, like running around after him. And he just kind of shows them up, really. But at the end of the day, they're going to be two very, very rich men. They need each other. They respect each other. It's obvious. Conor got a lot of his style from Floyd. I think a mixture of like Floyd, Muhammad Ali. He's very, very charismatic, A few different things. I think that's fused together. But don't be confused. Conor is a massive, massive fan of Floyd. After the fight, you'll see it. Win, lose or draw, they will both be shaking hands. They're massive respect of each other. They're after making each other a hell of a lot of money. And that's the way it is. So don't get me wrong. I'm looking at this press conference. I know exactly what's going on. But I'm just saying, in terms of entertainment, that's what I'm judging this whole press conference on. In terms of entertainment, Floyd needs to up it. In terms of just entertainment, delivery and all the rest, Floyd needs to up his game big time because he's been swallowed whole. He's been dragged into deep waters, and it's his choice now to really go, do you know what, I want to get some shit tonight, and I want to get some lines, and I want to say them or whatever to try and get a reaction from the crowd, reaction from Conor, do something. Because the moment is just the McGregor show, and that's just the way it is. So my final score for last night, if it's possible, I'd say 10-7, okay, 10-7. I think that's reasonable enough to say. McGregor 10-7, and the first night I'd give McGregor, it's arguable, go either way, but I'd give Conor again a 10-9, considering the Floyd just talked about the same topics again. He wasn't really hard hitting deep, anything like that. So yeah, I give Conor a 10-7, just messing about, scoring it as if it was a boxing match. And tonight we're in Brooklyn, I think it is, so it'll be interesting to see. So the things to look out for is tonight going forward. Look at how Floyd responds. Look if he keeps using the same material. If he doesn't, I think he's taken. If he doesn't come out and just mention the same stuff, I'm a 9-figure fighter, Nate Diaz, get the bag and show them the money. If he actually says something original, something funny, or gets the crowd going, or says something about Conor, anything to just get the crowd going, then you'll know he took into consideration last night that he had to change up his approach to these press conferences. So look out for that. Look if he changes his style, and it's going to be more the same from Conor. It's going to be more the exact same. This is only, I think he destroyed Floyd last night. I think Floyd's in a losing battle, press conference wise. I think Conor's going to swallow him whole even further. He's going to keep going. It's still up for debate now if he's going to mention the whole domestic abuse thing. If he does, that's going to be very, very, very interesting to see. So this was the Toronto breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think tonight I think it's Brooklyn. I think it's New York, Brooklyn, something like that. I can't remember. Tomorrow night is the last one. We're in London. London is going to be fucking insane. Fucking insane. Best one of the tour. I guarantee you that now because the Irish are going to be there. It should have been in Dublin. but it's going to be fucking nuts. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be interesting to see if anybody's any feedback, any comments. Do you agree, disagree with anything I said? If you do, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys later on. Take care.